going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at center. Now here's Giddey. White the pass to Dosunmu. 6 on the shot clock. And it's White missing. Giddey against Quickly. Pass to Pirtle. Ingram outside. From the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
Great, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. With great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Now here's White, following the miss by Scotty Barnes. Here's Giddey. His three-pointer's off the mark.
We call that lockdown perimeter defense against an excellent three-point shooter.
And here's Ingram from the arc. It's rebounded by Giddey. Bulls have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
They grabbed their own miss. Nobody near Barnes. Faster quickly. Lets the 3 fly. And the Raptors miss again. The Bulls have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And it's Giddey in the corner. From 20 feet out. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds tonight. Ingram kicks to Barnes. Pass to Quickly. Barnes sets a screen for Quickly. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Outstanding handle from Quickly. Boy, just understanding how to break the defense down.
Shoots off the step back. Giddey, no good.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Here's Dosunmu. He trains the quick shot. Dosunmu's got 5 points so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Dosunmu's shot is off. Raptors leading by 3. And some good young players on the Raptors, but Doris, what's their path to contention?
Well, obviously, they have some quality basketball players. Scotty Barnes is right at the top of that list, a really well-rounded player. But here's the reality for every team. You need a well-constructed roster 1 to 15. And you need to have some depth. The season is long. The possessions in the game are fast. It is really about the totality of your group.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Guys, back to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Now here's Ingram. Barrett, wide open, he fires. Hits it from 3-point range.
Boy, you've got to be shot ready in catch-and-shoot situations, and we know RJ's got a quick trigger.
Toronto leading by 3. Pass to Pirtle. A 3 from Quickly. Got a hand on it, and so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. We've got 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. In the corner, Barrett with it. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Barrett's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Raptors. Here's Giddey. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Raptors And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
We've got Grady Dick, and it's Shed in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. From past the arc, and it's Mamu Kelishvili missing. And it's Williams with the ball for Chicago. They trail by 6. Jones dishes to Okoro. Bulls moving the ball around. The 3. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. The Raptors shooting about 33%. Not happy with the play on that end. Here's Abaji. The offensive rebound. Here's Dick. No good on the triple. Bulls trail by 6. Pass to Herter. It's Jones on the wing.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Williams sets a screen for Collins. Clock at 6. Out to the wing. Pass to Herter. Fires the 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's going to make you pay.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Here's Jones. No scoring in this one. In the corner. Herter with it. And the Bulls another 3.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
Now here's Herter. He has 6. Jones, the pass to Herter. Williams kicks to Herter. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Mobo with the rebound. Toronto's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Collins finds Williams. Collins setting the pick for Williams. To the inside. Dick wide open. A three-pointer is right on target. Dick's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jones for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Jones has got the game tied up here for Chicago.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And the 3 ball is good.
Some shooters might overthink a wide-open shot. Not this guy.
Jones drives in, kicks it out to Collins. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Here's Dick. They set the pick. Goes up on the wing. Trained for 2 points. And now a 5-point Raptor lead.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Here's Collins. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Here's Shed. Still without a basket. And that one's good. Mamu Kelishvili.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Jones, that's for 2. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Shed. From outside, off the mark. Bulls trail by 5. Williams passes to Herter. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Herter's got 9.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
Here's Dick. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Raptors lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Fans, direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans. First shot from Bull Please. They're measuring up the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And back in the day, guys like Bird and Magic competed for championships as rookies. But Doris, we haven't seen that in a while.
Kev, you have to remember, Larry Bird was drafted in unique circumstances. He was drafted a full year before he left college. And for both Larry and Magic, they joined talented veteran teams. That would be like the Celtics or Warriors drafting Wemby. It would be the exact same story.
Taking a look at the Bulls. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3.
Boy, R.J. Barrett has worked so hard to become a consistent three-point shooter. Go ahead, R.J., put in the work.
Giddey, it's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And Doris, what you love about Brandon Ingram, he's the total package.
He is, Kevin, because he's got incredible size, great shot-making ability. He's a 3-level scorer, and you can mix his matchup on the defensive end.
Now here's Barnes. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Giddey, no good. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Barrett gets it to go.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now, here's Quickly. He's got 5. And here's Barnes for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Stolen by Quickly. Ingram with it. Defended by Giddey. And it's Quickly missing. Outside, White looking to end the run. Toronto grabs the miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Inside and out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Well, one guy's thinking zig, the other zag, and it's nothing good resulting.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Back to Herter. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Herter's got 12 in the game.
And with that 3 ball, he puts a halt to the 12-point run by the Raptors. And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Williams finds Herter. Williams, a screen on Dick. Hits the 3-point bomb. Herter's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Now here's Herter. 15 points in the game. Here's Toronto. They're on a 15-6 run. Dick in the corner. Off target from outside.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
And here's Herter outside. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Raptors leading by 11. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Fires from the wing. Pass to Abaji. The three. They get it back. Stolen by Jones. And here's Herter outside. And so it's Toronto holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Dick, and it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Got that one up quick. Abaji's got the lead up to 14 now for the Raptors. Okoro finds Herter. Okoro with it. He's picked up by Dick. Herter, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Mobo. Now Dick. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Right wing launches a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. And the Raptors lead by 17.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
From deep, Herter. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Mamu Kelishvili has got 4 rebounds in this game. Abaji can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 17. There's the call on Kevin Herter. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Both teams will make substitutions. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Down low. Here's quickly. Launches it. Gonzalez grabs the board. White wide open. He fires. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
White pulls it down. Bulls trail by 14. Stolen by Quickly. Birtle sets the pick for Quickly. Barrett outside. Now Ingram. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Chicago has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now, here's Barrett. Missed on the 3. Let's lose a 3. Now White, beyond the arc, knocks down the 3.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
It's stolen by Vucevic. From deep. Now Giddey. Kobe White. And down goes the 3.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight. There's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
And stolen by Giddey. For 3. Barnes rips down the rebound.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
Bulls trail by 8. The long shot, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Toronto.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for R.J. Barrett.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them. It was the efficiency with which he did it.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean,
show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
A look at the Pistons starting group. Harris and Duran together in the middle. Cade Cunningham out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. Now here's Quickly. Pirtle with a screen on LeVert. The three from Quickly. Outside for Ingram. Outside Barrett. And stolen by Cunningham. For three, here's Harris. Rebound by the Raptors. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Quickly. 5 to shoot. Fires the three. They get it back. Pirtle finds Barrett. Three-pointer. Duran with a rebound. Tipped. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. You know, Grant, with Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and OG Anunoby all winning on new teams, you wonder, did the Raptors have to blow it up?
You know, B.A., it's a fair question, but Toronto's front office saw a ceiling. So the question is, can they do better with this rebuild? And it remains to be seen.
And so here is Toronto. The Pistons getting their last shot to go. There's Cunningham with a three. Barnes with the rebound. For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Quickly outside. And stolen by Cunningham. Puts up a three. Up again.
Well, hauling in that board, Thompson giving his guys second chance opportunities.
It's Quickly with a drive. Picked by Pirtle. Barrett with it. Now guarded by Duran. Duran with a steal. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And here's LeVert for three. Drops in the three. LeVert's got 8. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Pistons?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
In transition, here they come. Knocks down the long J.
You gotta like the quick decision-making from Barrett. Not even hesitating at all off the catch.
And here's LeVert for three. Pirtle grabs a miss.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Outside Ingram. Barnes with a screen on LeVert. To the inside. Puts it up from 12. Ingram finds Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the three. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Detroit leading by 4. Kicks it out to Cunningham. There's the three. And again, no good by Detroit.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And it's Quickly with a miss.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Now here's Cunningham. Still no points. Cunningham, a screen on Barrett. For three, here's Harris. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. For Toronto, they've gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Quickly, passes to Barnes. Barrett, a screen on LeVert. The open shot, Barnes. Cash money on the open jump shot. 23 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's Cunningham with a drive. Harris outside. And again, the Pistons missing. Quickly from outside. The shot won't fall. Now Duran. It's stolen by Ingram. Karis LeVert has been on display for the Detroit Pistons. 8 points in the quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
They've got Dick, and it's Mamukelashvili in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Here's Stewart. Rebound, Toronto.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
When you're a 6'8" pivot like Isaiah Stewart, you'd better have the strength to battle longer players.
Yeah, B.A., his game is all about power. Once he establishes position, it's hard to root him out of there. And, man, he sets some teeth-rattling picks.
Reed's checked in for Detroit. Clock at 6. Here's Shed. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Quarter number 2, with just over a minute of play. Raptors lead by 3. Here's Agbaji. Fires in the triple. Agbaji's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Stewart, the pass to Reed. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Dick. The deep 3. Toronto passing it around. And again, Toronto with a triple. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it. And they are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Now, here's Green. He's scoreless. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Agbaji can't hit.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Oh, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Pass to Shed. Here's Mamukelashvili. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And again, no good by Toronto. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Green finds Robinson. Stewart, a screen on Dick. Stewart, the pass to Robinson. Back to Stewart. Sasser outside. 5 on the clock. Outside Robinson. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Dick, the pass to Agbaji. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's Shed. Sasser defending. Lets it go from deep. Shed, that's good. Shed's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Outside for Green. Outside Robinson. Now here's Stewart. Back to Robinson. Stewart, a screen on Dick. Here's Robinson. Outside for Green. Pass to Reed. Here's Mobo. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Toronto. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
They're thinking about the shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Setting the floor for the Pistons. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Karis LeVert is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5. For 3, here's Harris. LeVert. Great positioning on the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back to you.
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report. We'll stand whether he's coming off the bench or starting. Karis LeVert has become a guy teams rely on.
Yeah, Brian, coaches love that about him. He can produce for you whenever you need him to. That readiness is a valuable trait in this league.
The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Pirtle. The 3, Barrett nails it from beyond the arc. Barrett's got 6 points.
I like how selective Barrett is with taking threes. It's a big reason why he shoots a good percentage.
And again, the Pistons missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
The shot by Ingram, no good. Pistons trail by 15. Here's Thompson, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Quickly passes to Ingram. Three-pointer, no good.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
LeVert with the ball. Now quickly defending. Thompson, a screen on quickly. An open look, LeVert. And he can't bank that one in.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
It's good on the putback. And the Raptors lead by 15.
And how about the hustle from Barrett? Wanting to help his team any way he can.
Toronto's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. The 3 from Quickly. Nails it from 3. 6 points for him.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Now here's LeVert. 10 points for him. Harris passes to Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. And Cunningham throws it down.
And Cunningham showing his game extends above the rim.
And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
The shot by LeVert, no good. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. Outside Barrett. There's the triple. Rebound. Detroit. Harris has got 4 rebounds now. Pistons trail by 16. And here's Cunningham outside. Pirtle grabs a miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Ingram. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. Back to Harris. Thompson, a screen on Barrett. And here's Harris outside. Knocks down the triple. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. Helps his team space the floor.
And again, no good by Toronto. The Pistons have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Offline with a 3. Raptors lead by 13. Pass to Ingram. Jacks up a 3. Sinks it from distance. Ingram's got 6 points.
Well, that's his game. Ingram is so comfortable on the catch and shoot.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Here's Shed. Sasser defending. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. He's got 7.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors. A sizable 18-point lead at the end of... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Mobo in at the 4 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Abaji. And Stan, you coached a bunch of seasons in the league. What's an issue that you face that maybe the average fan doesn't know?
Well, look, I think the thing that fans really underrate about the game is how intelligent these guys are. So it's not really an issue that I face because I was lucky to have smart guys. But I think fans underestimate how much basketball intelligence factors in when you're talking about the best players in this game.
Pistons trail by 16. Duran attacks. Outside, Green. And stolen by Dick. Here's Mobo. And again, Toronto, no good.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
Oh, got that one up quick. Robinson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Shed. And again, Toronto, no good. The Pistons have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. For 3, Robinson. And the Pistons, another 3.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank. Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
They set a pick. This one for 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. So Toronto ends up going with a new group. Detroit also making some changes. Tobias Harris checked in for Reed. Karis LeVert comes in for Green. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Sasser.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Quickly! The 3 ball is down!
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
That's tipped and stolen by Cunningham. Robinson fires, and he nails it.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them. Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Now Robinson. And stolen by Barrett. Jacks up a 3. Harris there for the rebound. And here are the Pistons. They're on a 13-5 run. He drills the wide-open jumper.
A real weapon on offense. Once LeVert sees a few go down, you know he's in the zone.
Here's Ingram. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Ingram with a screen on Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Duran pulls it down. Pistons trail by 7.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Barrett with it. Now LeVert defending. Quickly outside. Fires the 3. Harris there for the rebound. And Detroit has possession. LeVert outside. Outside Cunningham. From deep. Pirtle rips down the board.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
For 3. Cash from downtown. Here's quickly. 19 seconds left in the final quarter. Now Ingram. Puts up the tray. Buries it from outside. So no problem for Toronto as they get...
and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Robinson is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. Robinson for 3, sinks the 3.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's Jones. Fires the 3. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham. And he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Giddey the pass to Dosunmu. There's the 3. Thompson with the rebound.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Now, here's Cunningham. In transition, here come the Bulls. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Connects from three-point range.
And Buzelis continues to work on improving his 3-ball. When he's hitting from there, everything else becomes easier.
And again, Chicago running the court in transition. Pass to Vucevic. Stolen by Thompson. Out to Harris. Cunningham left side. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. Vucevic with the rebound. Chicago has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Asar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end.
Robinson against Giddey. Robinson passes to Duren. Outside for Robinson.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Three-pointer. That shot off. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. On the wing, Jones. And the Bulls with another miss.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide-open 3.
Harris setting the pick for Robinson. Harris outside. Detroit, no good that time either. On the wing, Dosunmu. Takes the 3. And again, Chicago, no good. So it's Detroit now. Thompson in the corner. 1:07 left in the first. Harris, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
Giddey, no one around him. Drops in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside for Robinson. Fires for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Robinson's got 6.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Dosunmu. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Harris. The kick out to Cunningham. Thompson passes to Robinson. Duran with a screen on Giddey. Robinson drives in. Back to Thompson. Cunningham for three. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pistons lead by... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
At the forwards, Okoro and Williams. Carter out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Smith in at center. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Smith with a screen on LeVert. From deep, Huerter. Detroit with the rebound. Okoro wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Sasser, covered by Smith. And the dunk by Reed.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Stewart against Carter. To the wing on the left. Jenkins the pass to Reed. No good from outside.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
Bulls trail by 4. Huerter kicks to Williams. Back to Huerter. And the Bulls with another miss. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And the tough guy reputation, Tim, well earned for Isaiah Stewart.
Well, yeah, he's a physical presence, Kevin. He does not shy away from an alley fight. He brings that edge every team needs, and it is especially welcome in the Motor City.
Pass to Huerter. For 3. It's hauled in by Stewart. Detroit leading by 7. Now, here is Reed. Going inside. I post Stewart. Still yet to score. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
And it's Carter penetrating Okoro. And the foul on Marcus Sasser. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Carter up top. He's covered by Sasser. No one near Huerter as he lets it fly. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
LeVert finds Reed. Now Jenkins. Doubled by Smith. Pass to Sasser. 6 to shoot. Here's Jenkins from deep. Carter pulls it in. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Smith, no luck.
2 minutes remaining.
Detroit leading by 4.
2 minutes.
And here is Jenkins. It's good from long range.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Carter down low. He's covered by Sasser. Stolen by LeVert. Now here's Jenkins. He's guarded closely. Pass to Reed. Now here's Jenkins. Reed kicks to Stewart. Now Jenkins. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. 1:10 left now here in the second. And here's Huerter outside. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Stolen by Carter. Fires from deep. And And the Bulls with another miss.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
And here is Jenkins. Detroit, no good that time either. There's the triple. And Okoro with the basket on the assist from Carter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
There's the call on Kevin Huerter. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And it's LeVert missing.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Reed finds LeVert. Here's Jenkins. Stewart, a screen for Jenkins. Buried from outside.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. Bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more in store for you. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Robinson is out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5. Giddey kicks to Jones. Pass to Giddey. Now Buzelis, 4 on the shot clock. Osumu finds Giddey. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Detroit ball.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Out to Harris. The Pistons working the ball around now. And Jalen Duren picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skill.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself. And that is the difference.
And here's Harris from the arc. It's rebounded by Giddey. Bulls trail by 7. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you so much. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back to you.
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. 5 to shoot. Here's Robinson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Chicago has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Pass to Dosunmu. Here's the 3. Duren pulls it in.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Robinson on the wing. Defended by Dosunmu.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Buzelis' shot is good.
And Buzelis likes the flex outside. He's got a beautiful jump shot.
Here's Robinson. The kick out to Cunningham. Duran with the screen on Jones. Cunningham for three. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
On the wing, Dosunmu. In the corner, it's Buzelis. To the middle. Here's Dosunmu. Gets a very good look and converts. Now just a 2-point Piston lead.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And their all-around play has been the key to chipping away at this deficit.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Carter kicks to Okoro. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. And LeVert, here we go. Williams against Stewart. Pass to LeVert. Beyond the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
And here's Herter outside. And the Bulls, another 3.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, there's really been an uptick in intensity. Just look at the way these guys are battling on the glass and for loose balls.
Drills it from outside.
For 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Okoro finds Herter. Now here is Smith. Here's Okoro. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's Detroit. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. At the forwards, Okoro and Williams. Carter out there with Kevin Herter. And it's Smith in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Chicago trailing here. The kick out to Williams. Good on the three-point shot. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Out to the right wing. LeVert screen on Carter. In the corner, Reed with it. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. And the Pistons lead by 1.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Well, that is a big bucket, a very important possession.
And it's Carter penetrating. Williams against Stewart. Williams can't get it to go.
Yeah, that's a sigh of relief heard from the bench. Weak defense didn't cost him that time.
Pass to Sasser. Shoots the 3. LeVert. It's good on the putback. And it's a 3-point Detroit lead.
And folks, he did not. into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
That drive by Carter. Herter finds a Corey. And the Bulls another three.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Okoro. And Josh Giddey subbed in for Cook. And a different look here for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Paul Reed. Tobias Harris comes in for Isaiah Stewart. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's Cunningham in for Marcus Jasser.
Oh, just pure from the corner. Harris doesn't pass up an opportunity from there.
Now Vucevic, it's stolen by Cunningham. Here's Robinson. Now Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the three. Does not go in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Down he goes for three.
And make no mistake, Giddey is a skilled passer who knows when and where to put the ball.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Al Herter. Jacks up a three. Robinson there for the rebound. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Harris looking it over. The three doesn't go. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Giddey with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Shot clock at 3. Shoots the three. Clean from outside.
And I love going to Giddey there at 6'8" with his skill. Josh can get that one off anytime he wants.
And that was a breakdown defensively, but he couldn't take advantage.
A drive by Vucevic. Herter misses the three. And so it's Detroit with the ball. 6-point game. Now Robinson puts up the three. Giddey will pull it down. Launches it. And there's the three. So the Bulls win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got
and a couple of injuries among their reserves, I expect their starters will be ready to do whatever's needed.
You have 2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. In it forward, it's Barrett and Barnes. Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, down low. And for the Bulls, Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Jones in at the point. And since arriving in Toronto, his hometown, R.J. Barrett has seen his game take a step forward, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And in particular, his playmaking has gone to another level. If he can ever get his shot right, then he really will be off and running.
Now here's Dosunmu. Chicago passing it around. Outside Giddey. Back to Jones. For 3. And it's Giddey missing.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Pirtle with a screen on Giddey. Ingram, the pass to Barrett. The 3 ball. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Yeah, team effort pays off with a bucket. And nice work by Barrett using the pick to his advantage.
Outside Giddey. Let's go with a 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. From the high post. Oh, ripped away. Dosunmu up top, guarded by Barrett, and that one's good. Giddey.
Beautiful execution, getting it away quickly. Giddey just wasting no time.
Outside for Ingram. Nice shot from the wing.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Pass to Vucevic. Outside Jones. Picked by Vucevic. Puts it up. Tips it up. Here's Buzelis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Back over to you guys.
And Allie, thanks.
You gotta love the response by Vooch. That's how you get your revenge.
Pass to Barnes. And here's Ingram outside. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Jones. Dosunmu for 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now. And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
Gets the 3 to fall.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Quickly. Outside Barrett. The 3. Chicago with a rebound. Jones, the pass to Vucevic. Now Jones. Now here's Vucevic. Outside Giddey. 6 on the shot clock. No good from outside. Toronto leading by 5. Barnes a screen. Barrett passes to Pirtle, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett.
Okay, time to take a breath, fellas. Plays like that should not happen.
And Chicago has possession. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. From deep, Giddey. That shot, no good.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Jones drives in. Dosunmu, the pass to Vucevic. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And here's Ingram from the arc. No good. Would have counted had it gone. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. They've got Dick, and it's Abaji in at the 3 spot. Williams passes to Herter from the arc. Mobo with the rebound. Toronto's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the 3-point line in this game. There's a screen. Here's Shed. Counted from distance. Shed's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
And stolen by Dick. And now the Raptors on the break from deep 3-point range. Smith with the rebound. The Bulls trail by 5. Williams passes to Smith. Herter finds Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Herter from long range. Rebound Toronto. Here's Shed. Toronto passing it around. Here's Abaji. Out to the right wing. From deep 3-point land. No good on the shot.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Guys, back to you.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And so here is Chicago following the 3-point basket by Toronto. Pass to Smith. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Williams misses.
You love to see the competitive fire, but he couldn't sink that revenge triple.
Dick with a miss. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Bulls. Trailing by 8. Okoro outside.
2 minutes.
Smith passes to Okoro. Outside Carter. They still need this. They get it back. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Herter. 4-3. Ball stolen. Here's Dick. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Richard, it's been a dry spell for the Bulls for a few seasons now. How do they reverse that?
Well, it starts with strong drafts. They haven't had a top 10 pick since 2020, and it's made it hard for them to land some of these bigger prospects and grow from within.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Fires the 3. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
The 3-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Williams from long range. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Abaji can't hit. Bulls trail by 12. Pass to Herter. Outside Carter. Back to Herter. Shot clock at 6. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Toronto leading by 12. Here's Shed. And again, Toronto, no good.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Herter from long range. Oh, it would have counted had had it fallen, but it is offline. And we finished off one half of play. Toronto out in front. They lead by 12. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. They've got Nikola Vucevic, Ayo out there with Buzelis. Then it's Trey Jones, and it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. The three-pointer off the mark.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And one thing that's fun to watch, when Josh Giddey grabs a defensive rebound and goes coast to coast, RJ.
Yeah, that's when he is at his best. Ball is in his hand. Out in space, playing with speed.
Now here's Barrett. He buries it from 3. Barrett's got 9 points.
You love when Barrett starts to feel it from downtown.
And it's Giddey missing. Toronto leading by 15. The 3 from Quickly. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
And if you're just joining us, we played just over a minute here in the third. Dosunmu for 3 is rebounded by Barrett. Toronto has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. The 3 from Barnes. Chicago with a rebound. Dosunmu up top, guarded by Barrett. Pass to Giddey. Launches it. Pure from three-point range. Giddey's got his second basket.
Like, sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
No problems knocking that one down.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Quickly passes to Barrett. Back to Quickly. Fires from deep. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
From outside the arc. And it's Giddey with the 3. Giddey's got 6 points in the quarter.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
On the wing Quickly, defended by Jones. And here's Ingram from the arc. And it's Giddey with a rebound. The Bulls trail by 15. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Here's Giddey following the three-point basket by Toronto. And here's Ingram outside. Kicks it to Quickly. Pass to Barnes. Outside Barrett. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Chicago with a rebound. From deep, Giddey. Over to the left wing. Barrett against Jones. The 3 connects from downtown. Jones has got 8 points.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
And Chicago going with a whole new group out there. And the Raptors with some changes.
13 foul.
Pass to Dick.
Substitution on the court.
Launches a 3. Here's Shed. Here's Mobo. And again, Toronto, no good.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
The kick out to Williams. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
If you give a shooter of his skill, an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Here's Abaji. Pass to Shed. The three is up. Hits the trifecta. He's got 12.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
Okoro passes to Herter. Smith with a screen on Dick. Herter can't hit.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
And out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. The Bulls trail by 13. Pass to Okoro and stolen by Dick. Here's Abaji. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
He does not get the second one. And he nails the third. Here's Herter. The kick out to Williams. From behind the arc. He's off on that one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Mobo in at the 4. Here's Mamukelashvili. From outside, off the mark. The Bulls trail by 15. The 3 from Okoro. Abaji with a rebound. Out to the wing. Here's Shed. Mamukelashvili. Pass to Mobo. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And again, no good by Chicago. Raptors lead by 15. Over to the wing. Here's Abaji. Drains the triple.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Smith finds Herter. Picked by Smith. Lets a 3 fly. And there's Herter. That's good on the assist by Smith.
Oh, there is no doubt when Herter pulls up from beyond the arc. 0.
Dick. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Puts up a deep 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
And it's Shed missing.
He's got to keep the ball moving. That's just not a good shot with the D set up like it was.
Outside Carter. Beyond the arc. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. We've talked about this before. Rhythm is so important to a jump shooter. Take Kevin Herter, for example, RJ.
Yeah, Kevin is a great example. His ability to be shifty, to create a few dribbles before launching, that's the key to his game, and not everyone has it.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Dasumu, he's checked in for Okoro, and it's Trey Jones in for Carter. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Herter outside from deep. The 3 is in.
You had to know that was coming. You just don't drain one on Herter's team without him coming for revenge.
Let's loose for 3. Hurdle rips down the board.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Barnes fires. Oh, off target from downtown. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run. lose Ellis. He's guarded by Barnes. Good for two.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
It's money from deep.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Oh, missed on the tray. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. They led by as many as 18. Quickly outside. Here's Ingram. He launches. Rebounded by Vucevic.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Barnes with a rebound.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Raptors.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
The BA, you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
Josh Giddey's checked in for Herter. Quickly! Now Barrett. From downtown. Not that time. Now here's Jones. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Giddey outside. Takes a three. Money from three. Tries to keep it alive. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last.
Raptors ball.
Now Ingram. From long range. So the Raptors win it. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA,
a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Their front court is Barrett and Barnes. Brandon Ingram's out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the center, locking down the middle. Kept alive, out to Thompson. Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. 2 seconds left, and he sinks the layup.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, Coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute." Back to you, Kevin.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Now, here's quickly. And Robinson comes to help. Ingram wide open. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And working away from the ball, Ingram thrives in the catch and shoot. A player you have to stay connected to on defense.
Duran sets the screen for Harris. Duran the pass to Cunningham. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Barrett. Ingram outside. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
That's a 2 from Cunningham. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Quickly kicks to Ingram. Unloads. And another basket for Toronto.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
It's Cunningham with the drive. Robinson for 3. Some solid defense from Pirtle. Barrett against Robinson. Barrett the pass to Quickly. Over Thompson. Pass to Pirtle. Quickly looking it over. Clock at 6. Quickly a screen on Robinson. Here's Barrett. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jalen Duran.
Yeah, Barrett is a guy who wants to score the basketball. Sells the defender on that up fake. Nice.
Pistons trail by 14. Here's Thompson. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. A 3 from Quickly. Out to Barrett. For the 3. Robinson pulls it in. Detroit's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Shots good by Duran.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Out to Ingram. Three-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball. Ingram's got 11 points.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Well, that's Scotty Barnes doing one of the things he does best, getting after the offensive glass.
Harris outside. From outside the arc. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And it's quickly missing. Pistons trail by 17. The kick out to Cunningham. Barrett against Thompson. Harris passes to Robinson. Harris setting the pick for Robinson. And so it's Toronto feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. They've got Dick, and it's Shed. In at the point. And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That's his first foul. Here's Abaji. They set the screen. Pass to Dick. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Shot clock at 6. Mobile. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. And Stewart gets it to go.
I like how assertive he was, making his presence felt on the interior.
So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, it's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Well, you cannot allow Caris LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Ring shot on the way. A rebound by Shed.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pass to Lanier. A 3-ball. Back to Stewart. Lets it go with a 3. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Raptors leading by 14. Dick wide open. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Lanier. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lanier's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, defensively, you deserve to get torched from deep if you leave him that open. My goodness.
Here's Abaji. Amu Kalishvili. Great positioning on the putback. And the Raptors lead by 15.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Detroit's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique. To really negate a shot blocker, but when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
Pistons trail by 13. Reed misses. Pass to Mobo. Toronto working the ball around now. Jacks up a three. Sasser with the rebound. LeVert in the corner. The tray. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Mamukelashvili has got his 4th rebound in this one. Stewart with the steal. Here's Lanier. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Lanier's got 6 points in the quarter.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Abaji the pass to Dick. To the paint. Here's Shed. And that one, good.
Great vision out to the perimeter. You know the spots on the floor where the release points are. That is beautifully done.
Pass to Sasser. In the corner, Reed with it. There's the three. Rebound by the Raptors. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Shed, that's good. Pistons trail by 15. Here's Lanier to the left wing. In the corner, Reed with it. Pass to Sasser. Now here's LeVert. The putback. He nails the buzzer beater. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
For your pocket fight, Arena Entertainment.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Marcus Sasser is out there with LeVert. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Paul Reed, and it's Lanier in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back over to you, Kevin.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
Shoots the 3. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut back down to 13 with the basket coming from Lanier.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
No problems knocking that one down. Diggs got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And the Pistons, entirely new group now out there. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Cunningham against Quickly. Cunningham drives in. Outside for Robinson. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good on the triple.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
Ingram finds Barnes. A putback. Now Quickly. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Quickly's got 6 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
On the wing, Harris Covered by Barnes. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Raptors leading by 16. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And a miss there on the triple. Detroit's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham. Birtle sets the pick for Ingram. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 14.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Knocked away. Pistons trail by 16. Here's Durant. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Boy, they wasted no time getting the ball up the court. Great decision to push it and make the sharp pass to the rim.
Barnes screen on Cunningham. Quickly kicks to Barrett. For the 3. Durant pulls it in. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 9 for the 4 so far in the third. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Ingram from the arc. A new 14 for the Raptors. On the wing, Barnes. Trains the three-pointer. Barnes has got 5 points so far.
Quick release from Scotty Barnes. My goodness, pre-shot preparation was on point.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Fast break, Toronto. Offensive rebound. And so it's Toronto out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Grady Dick, and it's Mobo in at the 4.
Nice job cleaning some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big follow.
Well, listen, he may not be lights out, but if you give him that good a look, he's going to hurt you.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 6 points for Grady Dick.
And now it's Dick knocking down a 3 of his own. Grady ready to answer.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Pistons trail by 19. Here's Sasser, and the layup is good.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Pass to Dick. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
And you never want to foul a jump shooter. Dick certainly qualifies as one.
He hits the second from the line.
3 shots.
And he makes all 3. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Sasser, and the layup's good off the glass. Here's Shed. Here's the 3. And again, no good by Toronto.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the 3. That's a dangerous proposition.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
To the wing right side. Cans it from downtown. And the Raptors lead by 16.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do. Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Raptors leading by 14. Grady Dick, a three-pointer. Good.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
From outside, can't get it to go.
I mean, come on, jack that one in the face of some strong defense. You got to think twice about that next time.
Fires the three. Cleared away by Stewart. Detroit's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Releases, and he misses the J.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Here's Dick. Here's Abaji. Shot clock at 5. And he does not hit.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Raptors.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Brandon Ingram.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
Here's Shed. He's covered by Sasser. Shed, that's good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Lanier, the three goes down. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dick! And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
From deep three-point territory, offline. And so Toronto takes this one. But
No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
And now the opening lineup for Chicago. Trey Jones is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3, the small forward. Three-pointer, Buzelis. The rebound by Detroit. Robinson finds Harris. Cunningham outside. Robinson, a screen on Giddey. Cunningham passes to Robinson. 5 to shoot. Out to Thompson. From the stripe. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Here's Chicago now. Pass to Dosunmu. Fires for 3. And Cunningham pulls it down. And Stan, the Pistons' J.B. Bickerstaff, the runner-up last season for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, instead it went to Kenny Atkinson, who replaced him in Cleveland. But B.A. talking about landing on your feet, Bickerstaff showing again he can turn things around. It had to be lightning quick, and Robinson got it away.
Knocks it down from distance.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Back to Dosunmu. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Now here's Dosunmu. Driving to the basket from deep. Giddey. Another 3 for Chicago.
And Giddey is working to improve this part of his game. The defense at least has to respect his 3.
There's Cunningham with a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outside Giddey. Back to Jones. It's Giddey on the wing. Deflects the pass. Thompson with a steal. Jumps up. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Yeah, that's good work by Thompson to get ahead of the pack and finish the break. Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Jones drives in. Pass to Vucevic. Giddey with it. Now guarded by Duren. 6 to shoot. The 3 is up. And it's Giddey missing. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Duren finds Harris. Takes the 3. Kept alive. Outside Robinson. Pass to Cunningham. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Stolen by Jones. And now the Bulls in transition. And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Giddey into the lane. Here's Buzelis. Here's the pick. Pass to Jones. From downtown.
Outstanding defense by Thompson. His teammates appreciate how much he hustles on that end.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
Here's Buzelis. From deep. Jones misses. Cunningham against Jones. Back to Cunningham. Fires for 3. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Cunningham. Harris has got 5 points.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. Helps his team space the floor.
Giddey with a screen on Cunningham. Jones drives in. Chicago shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That's good from Jones. And Stan, this Chicago front office embracing a more patient approach in building with younger players.
Yeah, B.A., and admitting that In recent years, they may have skipped steps trying to leap into the playoff picture. So now, a change of course is taking place.
Now here's Giddey to the wing on the left. Three-pointer, Vucevic. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, defensively, you have to keep track of Vucevic at the arc. He takes those shots when he's open.
Harris outside. Pass to Robinson. Over Giddey. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Chicago. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
On the court for the Bulls, Okoro and Williams are the small and power forwards. Javon Carter is out there with Kevin Huerter, and it's Smith in at the 5.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for that.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Okoro. Fires the 3. LeVert with a rebound. Pass to Stewart. Detroit moving the ball around. LeVert outside. Sasser outside. Three-pointer. Smith with the rebound. Chicago leading. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Kate Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Brian?
More to prove. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Lanier. Stewart outside. Here's Sasser. Gets it to go from the corner. Sasser's got his first points in this one. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Smith with a screen on LeVert. Huerter passes to Carter. Back to Huerter. From downtown. The rebound by Detroit. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Stewart outside. Outside for LeVert. Beyond the arc. Williams grabs the board. Chicago trailing here. Huerter from long range. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And stolen by Huerter. Smith outside. Oh, the dunk by Smith. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Huerter from long range. Tips it. Smith outside. Puts up a 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
And Jalen Smith earns his keep here in the NBA as a great utility big man.
Well, he sure does, B.A. Look, if you need size. Smith is your guy. He knows his role and he works hard, pulls down rebounds, and he offers a little bit of floor spacing as well. Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Carter with it. Now LeVert defending. Smith passes to Huerter. Picked by Smith. Outside Carter. Smith finds Williams, and that's a foul called on Paul Reed. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:09 left in the first half of basketball. Herder passes to Okoro. 5 on the clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Herder can't hit.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Williams' shot is good.
Well, that's basically a warm-up three for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Here's Lanier. Pass to Stewart. Sasser up top. He's checked by Carter. And here's LeVert for 3. Offensive rebound. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Here's Herder. Williams with the screen. Cans it with nobody near him. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Bulls out in front, up by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Smith.
And you can say his performance goes beyond the stat sheet.
Well, he's a great competitor. He makes positive plays at both ends, and he's a great teammate as well.
Harris and Duran together in the middle. Duncan Robinson is out there with Kate Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. And the three-pointer goes. Robinson's got 6 points. And it's already hard enough to play D in this league. Some people feel that traveling has gotten out of control, Coach.
Well, I don't know if it's gotten out of control, B.A. I think the referees do a pretty good job on traveling. I think what's important for the referees is they have to be able to determine which travel calls gain a guy an advantage and which ones you could let go because they have no effect on the play.
Chicago leading by 7. Pass to Buzelis from behind the arc. He can't get it to go. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Duran, the pass to Harris. Now Robinson lets it go from deep, and the shot is good. Harris making the play. Robinson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And look, this is a shot you can't give to Robinson because he loves shaking free from the corner.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Harris. Duran, the pass to Robinson. Duran with a screen on Giddey. Now Cunningham, defended by Jones. Back to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Cunningham, a 6'6" point guard, built to operate in the pick and roll.
And the Bulls, with 1 playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
Now here's Duran. No points yet. Out to Harris for the lead. Buzelis grabs the board. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Ryan, back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
DeSumo outside. Back to Jones. Pass to Giddey. The three. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got 3 assists in the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Chicago shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. We've got 1:13 left in the 3rd quarter. On the wing, Jones from outside the arc. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
What a great sign for this team. Jones shooting it with conviction.
For 3, here's Harris. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. From deep, Giddey. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got 6 rebounds in the game. Looking to end the run. And it's DeSumo with the rebound. Bulls leading by 8. From deep, Giddey sends it home from 3-point land. Giddey's got 6 points in the quarter.
Like, sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey. Oh, wait! Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game, his innate ability to set others up.
Robinson can't hit.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
There's a screen. Here's Buzelis. Whoa! He just got it off in time!
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Bulls, getting the 4th quarter going. Okoro and Williams are the small and power forwards. Javon Carter is out there with Kevin Huerter, and it's Smith in at the center position. Outside Huerter. Pass to Carter. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up with 3. And Reed pulls it down. Pistons trail by 12. Here's Stewart. Misses the layup.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And here is Williams. Outside Carter. This one for 3. Lanier with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
It's LeVert on the wing. Picked by Stewart. 3-pointer. Chicago with a rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Chicago passing it around. Williams in the post. Smith inside. Sasser defending. Herter from long range. He drops it from range. And the Bulls lead by 15.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that JB Bickerstaff was giving to his team, and it wasn't a very happy huddle. Coach told the team, quote, "We need to be better with the ball. We're committing too many turnovers. It's hurting us." Guys, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Sasser can't hit. Bulls leading by 18. Williams fires. Carter against Stewart. Now a pass to Williams. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Stewart. Soft touch for the tip-in.
Second effort usually pays off. That's a hustle play by Stewart.
Oh, swiped away. Sasser drives in. Beyond the arc. Williams against LeVert. 20 feet away and no problem.
A good shooter with a smooth stroke. LeVert's ability to hit shots can take him very far in this league.
Yes, sir! Count it!
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Williams outside. Shoots a three. Oh, it's off! Pistons trail by 12. LeVert outside. Stewart, screen on Carter. Carter against LeVert. The three is off. Chicago has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Here's the pass to Williams. He lets it go. No good.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And Jalen Smith gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And the Pistons shooting about 41%. Oh, the long ball, no good. Chicago leading by 12.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Bulls.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And what a huge performance it was for Josh Giddey.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
Yes, sir! The finish with the jam! And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Herter. And the foul called on Caris LeVert. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Carter outside. Let's loose for three. Oh, he cannot hit. Here's Lanier. For three. It's good from beyond the arc. Here's Carter. Williams misses the three. And it's Isaiah Stewart with a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Herter fires. Knocks down the trifecta.
For three.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily.
That's